Hi guys, how are you doing? I'm hoping that you had a wonderful day yesterday and today you have gotten up and saying, listen, I'm going to take it hard. I'm going to move forward in faith. I'm going to stand up and give God the praise because it has been a good one for me in spite of what you think you should have now. But God has given you life. He has given you the ability to think. He has given you the capacity to see and to hear, even as you continue to move on in belief, because your situation now does not determine your tomorrow. It is just a stepping stone. Guys, listen, I'm always elated to be here. I'm thankful for you guys and for your continued support. Thank you so much. And for my new subscribers, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, come on, what are you waiting for? Don't you go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Guys, I'm gonna be back. There's a lot of things that is happening right now in our country, in our society, in the world. And sometimes, if we're not careful, we can get caught up in all the negative news that we're hearing, in all the different reports, in all the hurt attached to you that is facing your own personal issues, your own personal problems, and you're saying, listen, how should I internalize this? What should I say? But every now and again, you come across, an individual or a situation that actually speaks to your spirit, speaks to encouraging you, motivate you to say, listen, I can do this. It's a reminder of what I need to do and to be patient and to be steadfast, to be consistent. And I'm going to be sharing a video that I want for us to really look at because this is a governor that is moving waves. And whether you want to like him or not, you can't discredit the information that he has shared and what he will say right now. And sometimes, if we only put aside our emotions and how we feel about person or situation and just listen, zoom in on what has been said, what has been done, we would see better results. We would feel more appreciative. But sometimes I'm telling you guys, and many times, we are so caught up in the hate. We are so caught up in the hurt. We are so caught up in me. And I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see that. If it's not affecting me, then I have no business. But sometimes too, when we think that we're not affected, there is an effect. And so we can look at it very deep. We can't really get into that right now, but I want to share with you a governor. He's making waves right now. He's Governor Mark Robinson, and so I wanted to hear his delivery speech. And some of the points that he has been sharing. All right. So without any further ado, let us zoom in, guys. All right, let's go.
High gas prices making people drive even crazier. I don't know what it is. But we thank him for our life and our health and our strength and giving us all the blessings that we have in this nation and our freedom. So we give him thanks first and foremost. Okay, so here it is. Full disclosure, guys. I grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. And in case anybody has not noticed, I am black. My family was very poor. I'm number 9 of 10 children. My mother was uneducated. My father was an alcoholic. I have all of the strikes that the folks on the left would deem that would qualify me as a failure in life. Someone who would need a handout from the government or would need to be incarcerated or should have been aborted.
Right.
But here I am, the 35th Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina.
Guys, I want you to think about this, right? All of us, every last one of us, we have a story. I'm speaking to you, yes, every one of us have a story. And sometimes some of our stories might seem so heart-wrenching and we really have to dig deep to forgive, persons and how we came about, because our lives weren't easy. Our lives weren't easy. And when you hear the governor speaks, you see that he's trying to connect with his real life situation. He was the ninth of 10 children that his parents had, and he had it hard growing up. He's speaking about his mother not being educated, and going through the hardship, but pushing on, believing, having faith. And I must say, because one of the things that I have come to realize is that once you acknowledge God and acknowledge the things of God and you persevere, it is sure and true that you will see amazing results. Things that the normal man cannot explain, because you were faithful to God. And I just want you to continue to zoom in on what the governor is saying right now, as it is hitting home, right? And what he's standing for, and hope to encourage others that if you feel like you're a misfit or a reject, an outcast, scapegoat, not good enough, low self-esteem, guys, you can be successful too in whatever you put your mind and your heart and your soul to. Let's continue, guys.
Now, how does that happen? Number one way it happens because God made it happen.
Amen.
When you stand with God and you believe in God and your faith is the foremost thing in your life, miraculous things can happen. Things that are not supposed to happen, happen. Look what happened with our nation. We were not supposed to beat the British. Right. But we had faithful leaders who believed in God and had faith in God, and we beat the British. We should not have survived our Civil War. But we had a president who called on national days of prayer for people to pray and to fast for the nation. And we came back together after our Civil War, came back even stronger. The Nazis, the Japanese didn't believe we could beat them in World War II, but we did. Why? Because the churches were full. And Americans were on their knees praying vehemently and imploring God to lead them to victory and to a better time. So that's the number one reason why I won. But here's the other reason why I won. I won because Americans don't care what color your skin is. Now notice what I said. I said Americans don't care. You know who cares about what color your skin is?
Guys, that's the next thing that I want to point out, because I know we have been, through many things as a people, and we have faced, slavery and the tarnishment and, the rejection and all you can think about. And even though it's a point of reference, it's not something that we want to be living in. We reflect, but I'm encouraging us not to dwell on it, because as he says, and he's black, and for what it's worth, right? There are persons that somehow, some way, want to still zoom in on the fact that, hey, the color of your skin. But he's making a point right now that he was chosen as well, because Americans are not looking at color anymore. Americans are zooming in on, are you the man for the job? Are you the woman for the job? Are you the ideal candidate for the job? That has nothing to do with your skin color. And that's where I think we need to be as a people. We look at a person and say, hey, is the person qualified for the job? Does the person have the passion, the heart for the job, for the position? Let us move away from the stereotype of, we're judging persons by, the color of their skin, and we're judging persons by, their level in society. whether their family is, is weighted, or their family is in a place of, being well off. Or these things are not important, but more so the fact that we're hitting home and we're standing true for what we're about to deliver.
Ku Klux Klansmen care about what color your skin is. And as far as I'm concerned, they're not Americans because they don't believe in the American ideas of freedom, real American ideas of freedom. The current crop of communists and tyrants right now, they're not Americans. They live in America, but they don't believe in the idea of America, the promise of America. They don't believe that you can succeed no matter where you came from and what you look like. They no longer believe in the American dream. I said this once and I'll say it again. How dare somebody tell me the American dream is dead when I am living it? I'm living it right now. Yeah! See, we got a problem in this country. We drive by homes like the one we're at right now. And we think, oh man, look at them rich people. They got it made. They got everything. It's not fair. They got privilege. What do they call it? White privilege. Those people are privileged in there. What they don't see is the beginning. That's going to sound funny to you, but when people ask me to describe myself, I say when people see me, they see cake. Yeah, you can laugh at that. That's funny. They see cake. When they look at Rob, they see cake. When they look at this home, they see cake. When they look at you, dressed up, nice, they see the cake. What they fail to see is the ingredients that went into the cake. They fail to see the hard work behind making the cake. We need to get back to that again and teach our children how to become successful. And start telling people that the American dream is not dead. It's alive and well. Yeah!
Guys, I'm truly moved because think about it, guys. And that's so true. A lot of persons that have realized they're so caught up in the finished product. They're so caught up in the fact that, as you use the example, the expression cake, you only see cake because that's what you want to see. But did you see the hard work? Did you see the time? Did you see the energy that went into building that beautiful cake? Think about a birthday cake. Think about a wedding cake. Think about whatever type of cake that you love. But when you look at it, and for what it's worth, you just want to cut a slice. You snap a photo or a little video, but you want to get into the good stuff because what you see and what you smell is awesome. Worse if you have heard about it and you experience it for yourself. The next thing you want to do is taste. And the moment that you taste it and you can taste all the flavors, all that is savoring in your mouth, you're doing everything possible to ensure that that taste is lasting, that it continues to be a morsel of remembrance. My God. And when by the time you look, the cake might finish. And you're disappointed because you're saying, oh my God, this was an amazing cake. You know what you do? You're going to buy another cake. You want it to look the same way, taste the same way, and get the same results. But even before that, many times, did we stop and think all that went into bringing this cake to what it is, what you've experienced? That's a powerful message. That's a powerful message to look at. And I want you to know that wherever you are, you're still building, you're still growing. And even if you feel as if you have reached, there's something more, there's something still for you to do and to acknowledge. But you have to give all appreciation unto God, because without Him, we will fail. And He is the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus Christ came that we can have life and have it more abundantly. And like he said, like Governor said, we have to get back at that place where there is a heart for God. There is a heart for prayer. There is a heart for being one accord. To know that we are in need of God. We're crying out to God because we're saying, God, we need your direction. And with you at the center, at the helm, there is nothing that we can't do. I just want you to type in that chat right now and begin to say there is nothing that God will not allow us to do if we only believe, if we only trust, if we only pray. In God we trust. Guys, I want you to share this content. I want you to like, and I want you to subscribe as I continue to share with you, and you continue to be a blessing. Take care, guys. See you soon.